Alright guys, Chris Vaughn back here with another update on the CRF450 Works Edition. Last video went through ECU issues, fuel injector, new ECU mapping, what you need to do with your new Honda dealer. You've probably seen all the other videos with swap video and all the other guys, motocross action, giving you updates on taking your bike in, getting it remapped, and Honda dealership does cover that. They do have the bulletin, so you guys should not have to come out of pocket for that whatsoever. So I want to stress that again. Your Honda dealers should cover that hands down. If you don't, if you have any problems with that, you do have to get online, file a complaint, so on and so forth. So on to my issue. After the remapping, once again, I told everybody that I was running straight T4 VP race fuel, changed fuel injector, remapped. Had a huge issue after the remapping. Still flame out, still giving me a bunch of just real lean type issues. And what I noticed is that the new map does not like straight race fuel. So guys, if you're going to run VP T4, you cannot run it straight. So how I figured it out is that now on a safe mix, I'm mixing it in thirds. I'm doing 1/3 T4, 2/3 non-ethanol, 90 plus octane non-ethanol fuel. So once again, I mean, a lot of you guys not really concerned with running race fuel, but I've always been an advocate for race fuel. When you do top end jobs, it's just cleaner, your bike runs better, but for some reason the new map does not like straight race gas. So, and it's really not even real race gas, it's not MR. So don't really know how Honda's going to address that issue, but needless to say, if any of you are having some more hiccups after the remapping and you're running race fuel straight, do not do it. Cut it back. Only run 1 gallon. I'm running 1 gallon T4, 2 gallons non-ethanol. All right, so on to the suspension settings. Promise you guys, I've been working with Factory Connection, and I assure you that the customer service with Factory Connection is unbelievable. I've worked with this guy since I was 16 years old. I'm 43 now. Been back and forth with Steve Ross with Factory Connection. This guy answers the phone every single time I call him. Any kind of questions that I have, whether it's this bike, whether it's my son's bike, whatever. These guys, it does not matter if it's stock suspension, whatever. Their customer service is just great. So what I'm going to do, give me just a second. I'm going to pull up. This is the overall standard settings, the best settings that I have found, hands down, for the Works Edition. I am 181 pounds, and I am an old vet. Did a lot of some old arena crosses back in my day, stuff like that. But here I am, I'm getting old, and so. But anyway, I'm not slow, but I'm not super fast anymore either. So the settings that I have now are probably the best you're going to get at 181 pounds with the stock valving and the stock springs. So with that said, I took these notes down, and you guys can go ahead and jot these down. On the front forks, I have at the height. It depends on which track I'm at on your height here. So if the track is if it's tight, or it's not it's not a real fast track, I'll slide up to 5 millimeters. And that's just on a tighter track. So if you're riding a more fast track, a more wide open track, definitely slide those forks down. Any chance you get, you want to slide them down the triple clams. But I wouldn't slide them down anything past 2.5 millimeters. And I use a caliper to check that and measure both of those out. So on the height, from 5 mil to 2.5, just depending on what the track conditions are. Okay, on the compression, standard compression, 181 pounds. I'm at 8 clicks. Rebound, I'm at 11. And oil height right now, I got it at standard level. And so I'm still sending my suspension off like most of you guys will. Anybody that's real serious with their bikes are going to send it off. And once again, I do suggest Factory Connection. And if you have any questions whatsoever, call Factory Connection, call Pennsylvania, call Steve Ross, call those guys. They are the best, I'm telling you. On the rear shock, low speed compression, I'm at 7 clicks. High speed, I'm at 2 3/4 out. Don't be afraid to turn the high speed out a little further to 3 turns, just depending on the track conditions. But I found the comfort zone on the high speed is between 2 3/4 to 3 turns out at 181 pounds as a vet rider. And some of you guys might be younger, 180 pounds, you might be a lot faster than me, don't know. But I'm just telling you, the bike is balanced the way it is right now, the way I have it. So 7 clicks, low compression, 2 3/4 high, 6 on the rebound, and on the sag, depending, same thing with the height on the fork. I like a little more sag in the rear than most people, but on tighter tracks, I will run. I found that the bike is a lot more comfortable at 105 on tighter stuff. But on most outdoor tracks, I will run 108. It just feels like it's just with the same settings the same clickers I just told you. For some reason, I just like it. I like a little more sag, but at 105 on tighter tracks, I'm really comfortable with it. It just seems like it's the best that it's going to be balanced at 181 pounds dry. So, but these bikes, you know, it's different for me. I'm an older fella, so I had to learn that you can't ride these things on the tank like you could the 2-strokes. You got to ride them right here, and now that took a little bit of time for me to figure that out. A little bit of Ryan Hughes kind of helped me with that with his videos. You slide a little further back on the tank. So those are the suspension settings I promised you guys. Those are the demons with the race fuel. And just kind of wanted to give you guys an update. Sorry it took so long. I just wanted to really make sure that I had the bike as balanced as I could possibly get it for you guys. But these are the best settings for a 181-pound rider. And I'm a vet, so I mean, y'all could probably stiffen it up a little bit if you're a little quicker. So, but I'm not bottoming out. It's not blowing all the way down through the stroke. And the forks they're good, but it still could use some valve work, just like everybody else does. So, next video that I have that I'm going to put out will be after I get the forks and the shock back. I will be sending it to Factory Connection, revalve, probably, depending on what Steve Ross tells me to do. He's probably going to do this spring, valve, and probably going to pull the ECU out and get map 2 and 3 remapped by Twisted Development. So don't know if I'm doing all that at the same time, but I will be doing it. But anyway, just a quick update, and sorry I took so long. We'll talk to you guys on the next video. I will be heading to the track tomorrow morning. It rained a ton down here, but I'm heading to my buddy's private track tomorrow, Rob Champagne. Got a couple of old vet pro riders heading there tomorrow, Kirby and Glennie Bear and my buddy Jeff, and we're going to tear it up tomorrow. We'll get a little bit of footage for you guys, probably a little bit of silliness with it, but probably post just some raw video for you guys on that tomorrow. So give me a little break. I'm new to this YouTube stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for giving me the time watching the video. Please, by all means, comment. I want some brutal honesty on how bad I'm doing on this stuff, and what I can and cannot do better, and what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see, to be honest with you. So hit me up, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Thanks a lot, guys.